I can do all things. The verse that motivates champions. From one Bible verse SW. They called me the Choke. That was my nickname after I dropped the game-winning pass in the state championship my junior year. 1 second away from glory, and I let it slip right through my fingers. The stadium went quiet. My team stood frozen, and I just stared at my hands, as if blaming them would make it better. It wasn't just a dropped ball, it felt like I had dropped my worth, my future, my identity. I avoided school for a week. When I came back, whispers followed me like shadows in the hallways. Coaches stopped calling. My inbox went silent. And worst of all, I started to believe the lie, you're not enough. I wanted to quit, walk away from the game, from the pressure, from the pain. But one night, while cleaning out my locker, I found an old wristband shoved in the corner. It was dusty and faded, but I could still make out the words, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'd seen that verse 1,000 times. Athletes wore it. Celebrities quoted it. But for the first time, it didn't sound like a slogan, it felt like a whisper from heaven. It didn't say I can win everything. It said I can do all things, even this, even face my shame, even keep going when the crowd's not cheering. That night, I opened my Bible for the first time in months. I read the full passage. Paul was writing from prison, not a podium. He wasn't boasting strength in himself. He was talking about contentment, peace, perseverance. Not because he was fearless, but because Christ was his strength. That changed everything. I started waking up earlier, not to train my body, but my soul. I'd read the word before hitting the field. I started journaling prayers before games. I stopped begging God for victory and started asking for courage, for peace, for strength, his strength. My senior year, I got benched at first. The new guy was flashier, faster, but I kept showing up, quietly, consistently, and when his knee gave out mid-season, the coach called my name. I didn't step onto that field to prove anything anymore. I stepped on knowing who walked with me. We didn't win every game, but we made it to the playoffs. And in the final quarter of our last game, tied with 10 seconds left, the ball came to me again. Same position, same play, but I wasn't the same player. I caught it. The crowd erupted. My teammates lifted me in the air. But in my heart, I whispered one quiet sentence. Thank you, Jesus, because whether I caught it or dropped it, I was no longer defined by my performance. I was held by grace, anchored in truth. If you've ever felt like a failure, like one mistake erased your worth, please hear this. You are more than the scoreboard. God doesn't measure us by medals. He looks at the heart that keeps coming back. You can do hard things. You can face failure. You can rise again. Not because you're perfect, but because He is. Share and comment this if you believe God still writes the best stories.